Love is spoken in many different languages. Knowing what makes you feel loved and appreciated and then discovering the same about your partner is a game changer. If your goal is to grow closer, connect deeper, and avoid conflict in your relationship, then keep watching because in this video, I'm going to help you become more fluent in the languages of love. I'm Coach Tatoya, and this is Blossom in Love. Everyone experiences and expresses love in different ways, and how we express love to others is often how we prefer to receive it. But what happens when your partner speaks a completely different love language than you? Sometimes I'll see people bump heads, feel dissatisfied or underappreciated in their relationships simply because their partner doesn't know how to love them in the way that's most meaningful and impactful to them. Since relationships are give and take, I think it's important to first identify your own primary love language. That way you're in tune with what makes you tick and what makes you talk. And then if you should discover that your partner has a completely different love language, that's no problem, because in this video I'm going to give examples for each and let you know how you can better connect and meet their needs also. Let's start with words of affirmation. If this is your love language, then you express love through your words. And that means you probably aren't stingy with compliments, and you're always looking for an opportunity to help build someone up or make them feel good about themselves. You aren't ashamed to say things like, I love you, I miss you, I appreciate you, or you look absolutely stunning. And then you're looking to hear those same kind of things from your partner. People whose love language is words of affirmation don't do well in relationships where they have to constantly ask for reassurance or fish for compliments. And then the worst thing you could ever do to these types is verbally abuse them. If this is your partner's love language, be sure to provide lots of encouragement, be an active listener, and be really observant because they're always looking for you to notice the little things. An unexpected love note or a random text message expressing your love and appreciation goes a really long way with these types. If they're having to ask, do you love me? Do you miss me? Or do you like this dress? That means you're probably dropping the ball. Okay, moving right along. If you're quick to say actions speak louder than words, then you're probably like me. And I, my friend, am all about that action. If your love language is acts of service, then you put a lot of thought, time, and effort into making other people feel supported and like they're not alone. The good thing about these types is whatever they say they're going to do, they do it. Offering a helping hand with repairs, projects, chores, or assisting them while cooking are all examples of acts of service. And if this is your partner's love language, then they'll probably become really frustrated if they're always having to ask for your help or your support because they're wanting you to take initiative. Oh, and do it with a smile, because if these types get the impression that you're doing things grudgingly that you really don't want to do, it can render an adverse response. And be sure to follow through on big and small tasks. Next is physical touch. If you live to hug, kiss, and cuddle, then this is probably your love language. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you need public makeout sessions and any and everywhere affection. It just means that you feel much more connected and you feel safer when there's physical contact. The most damaging thing you can do to these types is physically abuse them or neglect them from affection. And I think it's pretty obvious what you need to do if your partner's love language is physical touch. And yes, that is make plenty of time to cuddle, give lots of hugs and kisses, wrap your arms around their waist. If you are riding in the car and you have a free hand, rest your hand on their leg. And be sure to give them a little pat on the bottom sometimes too. Okay, now let's talk about quality time. And I'm talking about one-on-one, no interruptions, no distractions from social media, your cell phone, the kids, the cat, the dog, work, your mama, whoever, whatever, none of that. If this is your love language, you probably look forward to long walks, intimate dates, special moments, and nice, deep, focused conversations. These types feel special and important when you give them your undivided attention. If this is your partner's love language, they probably wouldn't do well in a long distance relationship or a relationship where you won't be seeing each other very often. When you do get time, you want to make sure that you rid yourself of any outside distractions and just focus on creating long-lasting memories. The last one is gift giving. If this is your love language, it doesn't mean that you're materialistic or that you need a sugar mama or a sugar daddy. It just means that you appreciate thoughtful gifts and that you're quick to surprise your mate with their favorite ice cream or their favorite bottle of wine when you know that they've had a long and stressful day at work. And it doesn't have to be your anniversary for you to grab tickets to a concert or a show. These types are really thoughtful and they never forget birthdays or special occasions, and they're just really enthusiastic about showing people how much they mean to them through these thoughtful gestures. If you're the kind of person who lacks creativity, isn't very considerate or thoughtful, or doesn't show appreciation when people surprise you with gifts and things like that, then you probably won't be received very well by a gift giver. Now, if you have observed long enough, it might be apparent to you what your partner's love language is. But if you're still feeling a little unsure, I encourage you to just ask them or show them this video. You identifying your own primary love language and then doing the same with your partner can really increase and improve your intimacy. And this alone has changed marriages. So be open to giving and receiving different types of love. Best Lover Award would go to the person who's able to master all 5 of these love languages, because they're all equally important to a romantic relationship. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.